Emma here. I'm your host for the Only Fools and Horses quiz, part 2. So I hope you enjoyed the part 1 of the quiz. Now I'll be doing the part 2. So it's the same rules as before. There's no cheating allowed on the internet or from YouTube and stuff like that. Just have fun playing with your family, with your friends, make up a fun team name. If you want to be involved in the competition, just let me know via Twitter, Facebook, email, and I'll get you an answer template so you can put your answers down. So yeah, let's get on. There's only 2 rounds in this. First round is talking about series 1 to 3. And the second round is all about 2 characters from series 1. Yep. So let's get on with series 1. So I'll be talking about 3 episodes in each. So I'll be talking about Big Brother, which was the first episode to be shown. Go West, Young Man, that was the second episode, and The Russians Are Coming was the last episode in this series. There was another one, but that's a Christmas special. I'm only talking about the series. So let's move on to Big Brother. Okay, there's only 5 questions in each section. Okay, right, question 1. At the beginning of the episode, who are Grandad and Rodney arguing over, and who does Del Boyce say the real name of the actor is? So there's 2 possible answers to this. Just need 2 on this one. Number 2. How come Del Boy and Rodney can't open the briefcases that Trigger sold to the boys? Question 3. What burger did Rodney get for Grandad which made him unhappy? Question 4. When Rodney leaves to go abroad and eventually comes back, where in France did he inform Del he got far as? And question 5. Why was Rodney not able to reach his destination? I'll give about 10 seconds for this slide. And you can pause the video at any time if you wanted to. So let's talk about the second episode, which is Go West, Young Man. Question 1. Rodney was having girlfriend problems in this episode. What was the name of his girlfriend? Question 2. Del Boy decides to buy a second-hand car from Boyce. What make of car did he buy? Question 3. Whilst trying to sell the car to a potential buyer, what did Del put in the glove compartment and then claimed that it had been there by a previous owner? That's supposed to be buy, not be. Question 4. Del claimed that Roger Moore had one of the cocktail in Live and Let Die, James Bond movie. When Rodney ordered her a lager, what was the waiter's response? I love the response to this. And the final question on Go West, Young Man. On what did Del write the telephone number of the 2 girls that they both chatted up at a nightclub? And what did Rodney do with them? Give 10 seconds for the slide again. Okay, let's talk about, this is the last episode in series 1. So this is called The Russians Are Coming. Question 1. What type of shelter did Del Boy and Rodney make for the consignment of lead they purchased? How many minutes, question 2, how many minutes did Rodney say that they had to get to the shelter in the event of a nuclear attack? Question 3. They bump into two policemen in the trial run to get to the shelter in time. Can you recall both names of the policemen? So that's a tricky one, that one. If you can remember both of them. You get 1 point if you get one of them, and you get 2 if you get 2 of them. Question 4. Whereabouts did the boys end up in the shelter? And the final question, series 1, the questions are coming. Whilst telling everyone good night in the shelter, what did Rodney say that made Del say, "Shut up, Rodney"? Give 10 seconds. Okay, moving on to series 2. So in series 2, I'll be talking about the long legs of the law, no greater love, and a touch of glass. So let's talk about the long legs of the law. Question 1. When Grandad couldn't find his teeth, where did Rodney suggest that he look for them? Oh, it's fun. Question 2. What type of sandwich did Grandad make Adele in this episode? Question 3. Can you recall the name of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that Rodney took the policewoman to see? Can't pronounce that second name. Schwarzenegger. Question 4. During the scene in the cafe, what did Del tell Sid he had for his breakfast? Can you remember what he said to Sid? This is a bit of a tricky one. Question 5. How many hours did the boys have to move everything from their flat before the policewoman that Rodney was dating was coming over with her colleagues? Del was not happy. I love the ending as well to this episode. I think something it does with perfume. Like, do you think she'll like this sort of perfume? And they're going, Rodney, come in. You want to get in? So that's the first episode of the second series on Look of the Law. Okay, moving on to No Greater Love. Question 1. What is the name of the older woman that Rodney falls in love with whilst trying to sell lingerie? Question 2. When Rodney is talking to her on the phone, like all loved up, who does Rodney say was on the phone that shocked Del to the core? Question 3. What is the name of Rodney's girlfriend's husband who we meet later on in the episode? Oh, that's me tapping fast and putting the grammar, Emma, grammar. Question 4. True or false? So this is true or false question. Does Del win the fight against the person in question 3? Question 5. What's the name of Rodney's new girlfriend towards the end of the episode? I think that was the 4th or the 5th episode. No, I think it's 4th. That's 4th one. Touch of Glass. Now, this is the last episode in series 2, but there is a Christmas special, but like I said, I'm talking about the series. Question 1. What did Del purchase a consignment of at the auction? Question 2. What song or tune did the items in question 1 play? Question 3. Can you recall the name of the dog's home that Dell claimed would be a mistake by North Korean people as a takeaway restaurant? Question 4. Can you recall the surname of the lady whose car had broken down on a country road? Question 5. What did the boys break in this episode? Well, it was Grandad's fault, but they all took the blame. During this scene, they couldn't laugh as they would have been sacked on the spot. This was my funniest ever episode. I think this one was the most funniest one. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Like I said, you can pause it at any time. Okay, let's move on to series 3. So this is the last section in this round before we move on to the final round. So I'll be talking about Homesick, which is the first episode of series 3. May the Force be with you. I think it's the third or the fourth. And Who's a Pretty Boy then? That's the last episode in the series. But I think they've done a special in this one, but I'm not that sure. But like I said, I'm talking about the episode in the series, not the special. So, okay, let's talk about Homesick. Question 1. Which fruit is Dell trying to sell in the market, which later on you see loads in the flat? Question 2. What does Trigger always call Rodney in this episode, which annoys Rodney? Question 3. When the doctor comes to see Grandad at the flat, which racing horse, also the name of a Russian ballet dancer, did the doctor say Grandad had legs like? Question 4. What is the name of the woman who helps to get the boys a new home and later agrees to go and have a drink with Dell, only to end up in disaster? Question 5. Why did the boys lose their new home? Why? Okay, next one is May the Force be with you. Star Wars, may the Force be with you. Okay, question 1. Who do we see Rodney speaking to in the pub at the start of the episode? The very start. Question 2. What stolen item did Slater ask Trigger about? So Slater is inspector. He's like, I think he's a detective or an inspector. Yeah, it's one of Dell's mates from school back in the old days, but they don't like each other. Question 3. What did Grandad think the item in question 2 was? Question 4. True or false question. Slater had his own father arrested for having a detective light on his bike. Is that true or false? Question 5. How did Slater describe the illegal substance Rodney had been caught and charged with possession of when he was at art college? Give me a couple of seconds on this. And this is the final episode in this round. Who's a pretty boy then? Question 1. Del Boy gave Rodney a sign to put over the parking meter outside the pub. What was written over it? Question 2. What type of bird did Denzel and his wife keep at his flat? Question 3. What colour was the bird in question 2? Question 4. What happened to the bird in this episode? And the final question this round is, who do we see for the first time towards the end of the episode? Who runs the Nag's Head? So this person I'm talking about is in the series and some of the specials. Just the character's name on this question. Okay, so round 2. Now I'll be talking about two of the regular characters which you see in the series and episodes. So I'll be talking about Boyce and I'll be talking about Trigger. Okay, so let's move on to Boyce. He has this laugh. Remember that laugh? So if I can go. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's not the question. Okay, this is all about Boyce. Okay, question 1. Which actor plays the role of Boyce? Question 2. What is Boyce's middle name? Question 3. What is the name of his wife? Question 4. What is the name of his son? Question 5. What is his job or occupation? Question 6. When do we see Boyce appear on our screens for the first time? Number 7. True or false? His character was in Rockin' Chips, the Only Fools and Horses thingy. The spin-off. I won't say the thing, you call the spin-off. The Only Fools and Horses. Question 8. Which other comedy series do we see Boyce again after Only Fools and Horses? Question 9. Which special do we see him come to stay with the Trotters as he gets kicked out by his mother-in-law? Question 10. This is a hard question, this one. What's the name of both parents of Boyce? Now, you can't do cheating on this. You've got to think back. If you get one of the parents' names, you can get a point for that. You can get additional points. So it's 2 points in this question. They've been generous there. So yeah, that's all about Boyce. Now I'll be talking about Trigger. Oh, classic Trigger, innit? Okay, question 1. Which actor played the role of Trigger? Question 2. Which episode do we see Trigger for the first time? Question 3. What does Trigger always call Rodney? Question 4. In the Jolly Boys outing special, what item did Trigger lose which made him sad? Okay, I think I might have got this wrong or right in the Heroes and Villains. I don't know if it's Heroes and Villains or Villains and Heroes. So I'm sorry if I got that bit wrong. In the Heroes and Villains special, what did Trigger dress up for the competition? Yeah, there's a scene where I like in that episode. Not series, not episode. I don't know why I'm calling it episode, it's series. Okay, question 6. True or false? His character was in Rockin' Chips. Question 7. What was Trigger's occupation? Question 8. Another true or false? Trigger lived in Nelson Mandela House. Question 9. What is the name of Trigger's niece who we see in Tea for 3? And the final question this round, the last Only Fools and Horses special he appeared in. So yeah, that is all about Trigger, and yeah, so that's the end of the quiz part 2. So if you want to get involved in the competition, just get in touch with me, like I said, on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, like the comment in YouTube, and I'll get that sorted out for you for a question sheet. I'll just, yeah. Because I've got a Facebook page called Emma's Fun Quiz. If you add me on Facebook, which is Emma Morris, just add me on there and I'll accept you onto my quiz page. So thank you again for taking your time and playing these quizzes. I've fun doing these. So yeah, I hope you've all had fun, and I'll see you on Other Fools and Horses part 3 quiz. There's 2 more parts, so enjoy. Bye.